All right, so we're now on a very new section of CSEC math, which is consumer arithmetic. And in this case, we're going to start learning a lot of different terms, but essentially what we're going to be doing is learning how to use percentages. All right, so we're going to first look at discount, sales tax, profit, and loss. That's the heading for this lesson. Let me just put that down. So discount, sales, tax, profit, and loss. You know what? Put a tab instead. And loss. And the objective for this lesson, let me just put this back here, down a little bit, put it in green, and then put this down here. And the objective is as follows. We're required to calculate discount, sales tax, profit, and loss. All right, so let's start with the first one, which is to calculate discount. I'll just put that heading here. I'm going to say calculate discount. Now, the first thing that you might want to know is, well, for those of you who don't know, is what do you define a discount as? So a discount is a reduction in the original price of an item, usually written as a percentage. All right, and when you have a discount, you would usually follow this kind of formula. I'm gonna just write this in, let's put orange. So the formula that you would usually follow is something like this. So it'd say the discount amount is going to be equal to the discount percent. Let me just write that properly. Discount percent divided by 100 times the original price. Now, alternatively, you can check it in terms of, you can also determine the new amount that you have to pay. So discounted amount right? Well, I should say amount after discount. Yeah, that would be clearer. Amount after discount. If you want to find the amount after discount, all we have to do now is recognize that what we're doing is we're finding the discount percent or the discount fraction of the original price. What if we just decide what remains? So we can say 100 minus the discount percent divide by 100 times the original price. All right, so this here would give you the amount after discount, and this here would give you the amount that you are discounting. All right, let's look at an example. You know what? This is a lot of words. Let me see if I can type it out. So example, I'm going to put this in pink, whatever color that is. So example is as follows, and it says that if a watermelon costs $100 and you are given a 20% discount, how much less did you have to pay? So all this question is literally asking you is, what is the discount amount? They're asking you how much less did you have to pay? How much was the $100 reduced by? In other words, what was the discount amount? So we can say that the discount amount, just write that out here, discount amount would be equivalent to 20 divided by 100 times the $100. And notice this is a fraction of 1/5. So 1/5 of 100 is $20. So hence, you pay $20 less. Now, if I'm paying $20 less, that means I'm going to be paying $80 for the watermelon instead of 100. This formula here can give me that price after the discount. So if I take 100 minus 20, divide by 100, and then multiply by 100, you can see right away this will cancel with this, and then 100 minus 20 would be $80. So that is the amount I'm going to pay after the discount. All right, so this is the discount amount, and this is how much I pay after the discount. All right, let's go on to another one now. We're going to look at sales tax. So sales tax, I'm going to write this in yellow, and then I'm going to start here with another one. And what do you think a sales tax is? You should be familiar with it when you go to a store and you buy things and you look at your bill. At the bottom of it, you'll see something like a sales tax. So a sales tax is an additional amount of money charged on the sale of goods and services. For example, services such as when you go to a restaurant. All right, they will charge you something like a service fee. All right, all of it is a type or form of a sales tax. So, and it is usually a percent of the sale. All right, so it's usually a percent of the sale. So if we want to find out the sales tax, and I will write it out in a formula color, let me put it orange. So if I want to find out the sales tax amount, then I would need the sale tax percentage. I'll need to divide that by 100 and then multiply it by the sale price. All right, let's go with a quick example. So example, again, let me just type this out because it's a lot of words. So we go here, example 2. And the question is, if you buy a pack of sausages for $50 and there is a sales tax of 5%, what is the additional amount you are required to pay? All right, with this problem here now, you can see that what we want to find out is the amount additional. All right, so this here is the amount additional. Let's work that out. So we can say that the sale tax amount would be equivalent to 5% over 100% times $50. Take out a 0 from here. 5 into this 2, 5 into this 1. So we have 1 by 5, it's 5, and then divide by 2. This here is $2.50. All right, so we'll have a sales tax of $2.50. Now, what about if I just wanted to directly calculate the amount after tax? All right, so the amount after tax would be equal to 100. And remember, it's an additional in this case, so we want 105%, well, 100 plus, I'll do it in a general form, the sales tax percentage divided by 100 times the sale price. So in this one, we're going to have 100 plus the 5% in this case divided by 100 multiplied by the sales price of $50. And we can see right away that's 0 cancels here. 5 into this 2, 5 into this 1. We have 105 divided by 2. And that is 52.5. So $52.50. And quite frankly, you can take this, add it to here, and you can see right away you can get that same value. All right. So we can figure out the amount and then add it, or we can just simply figure out the amount after the discount or the amount after the sales tax. All right. The next thing that we're going to look at is profit, or calculating profit. Right? And a profit is just simply an amount of money that you're going to earn from a sale after you subtract things like your cost price from the selling price. All right, let me just put that as a note. So a profit is the amount of money earned from a sale after subtracting the cost price from the selling price. And this only happens when the selling price is greater than the cost price. All right, so let's look at this. I'll put this in white, and then we'll look at a formula. So your profit is going to be equal to your selling price minus your cost price. Let's do another one. So for example, so here, put this here, let's say example 3, and we can see that if a bat costs $80 and you sell it for $125, then what is the profit? Well, your profit, write that there. So your profit is going to be equal to your selling price that we already know. So the selling price in this case would be 125. So 125 minus your cost, which is $80. And you can see the profit that you're going to get is $45. All right, so you get a profit of $45. Now, similarly, there's a case where this answer is going to be negative. And in that case, we call that a loss. So calculating losses, let me just put that here. So calculating loss. And we're looking at, so a loss is the amount of money lost when the selling price is less than the cost price. And in that case, you would get a negative value. So your formula would look something like this. So your loss would be equal to your selling price minus your cost price. And let's do a quick example. So we'll call this example number 4. So example 4, and we can say the cost price of 15 cabbages are $150. After 3 days, the selling price was reduced to $100. How much was lost? And this is a normal kind of situation. You buy produce to resell from let's say you go to a wholesale market and you buy produce to resell. You're going to buy a bulk of it. And then you're going to take that bulk, you're going to put it in your little shop or your little mini mart, or you try to sell it to people, and they don't buy it, but you still have it. And instead of you losing all your money behind it, what you would do is you would do a little bit of a sale where you try to recoup some of your losses. So you're going to sell it at a loss, but just so that you don't lose too much. So it's better to lose in this case. The thinking is that it's better to lose $50 rather than you lose $150 by keeping it and keeping your price then. All right, so the loss is equal to $100 minus your $50, $150, and this will give you negative 50. And that negative 50 just means that you are losing money. All right, so this is it for the first lesson of consumer arithmetic. And you can see we're looking at simple terms and we're trying to use the knowledge that we already have, and we're giving them different definitions, but they're simply doing the exact same things. We're adding and subtracting values, we're finding percentages of values. All right, so for in this case, we found percentages for discount and we found percentages for sales tax, and we found addition and subtraction, or we interpreted negative signs and positive signs when we used the formula to calculate profit or loss. All right, so this is it for the first lesson of this section, and we'll continue the lessons on Monday.